Good morning. Wednesday, December 8th. This is in real time, every time. Because it's not always what you trade, it's realistically how you trade and where you put your positions. Today we are looking at lots of tickers here. There's actually quite a bit of activity. We were saying this earlier that today's Wednesday, so Monday and Tuesday were slow days, trading wise, for me anyway. So what that tells me is that when the traders start to come in and they get all excited and they can make this thing work, there's the halt on iSig. They really want it to work, right? So they're really going to push in volume because they've also, I'm assuming that they've also been a little bit slow. So we'll wait and see where are we at here. 50, we got about 20 seconds before this iSig opens up. Where do you think it's going to go? Like it's a tough call here. Where do you think it's going to end up going? 1630s. We could get it to go up that high. Maybe 1630s. We could draw some lines in here just to make sure. I'm sure the halt will be off here shortly. There's the high of day, I guess. Did we open into a... Yes, we did. Opened into a huge jump up. Look at this huge jump up. That's massive. Let's take a look at it in detail. Holy moly, man. People have stacked orders in there like big time. That's huge. Dollar something jump up. Now do you take it now? This is crazy talk. I wouldn't take this now. Where is it? Which one is this one? iSig, right? So let's... Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yeah, iSig. So would you take... I'll halt it again. Never mind. So, yeah, that's an easy answer, right? So, again, is this one going to want to keep rocking and rolling and keep going up? It's too late now. You had to buy right in that little window because you're halted now. So, yeah, again, sitting on your hands is sometimes it's not the best thing. Like the best thing as in fun. Yeah, it's not like the funnest thing to do is sitting on your hands. But it sure is important sometimes, right? So, I don't know what is with this volume today. It's really kind of starting to piss me off. We'll just shut it off. How about that? For now. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. So this one's called EFOI. It looks like we're starting to get, they call it a gator pattern. See how it looks like a Florida gator? See how it does? See that? It could be potentially it could be a, big flag, I suppose. I don't know how much you can rely on that one due to the staggered pull here, right? I don't like this staggered pull. Yeah, and realistically, like I said before, the trade was at 399, right? And we have to figure on... This is the way I like to do it, right? So I gotta figure it's gonna want to try and break into that zone there before anything magical can really happen, right? I was at 440s. EFOI. There's the gator pattern again. See if we can get an earlier entry on this. Maybe at 425. Maybe at 425. Again, I'm not in love with this pattern. I feel like we're chasing. Yeah, I feel like I'm chasing it. And I don't think you should chase at any time. I really don't think you should chase. Chasing is not recommended. And ends up, either you end up holding the bag. I don't recommend that either. Or you end up having to cut losses. Sometimes you get rewarded. I'm talking maybe 6%, 7% of the time you might get rewarded on this if you chase this. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to build a trade. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to see what our risk to reward is. And, our logical stop point, I put it down at $4 here. That makes a $300 loss, right? Like that's That's quite a bit of it's quite a bit of risk, right? When you've got to, like, you've got to take it here. I'm putting it at the best case scenario at $4.25 is the entry, which is fucking early, man. It's early. It's gonna burn you, right? So no trade for me right here. It's still not gonna work, but it might pop out of here. But I mean, I don't know if I want to take that risk. So ISIG came out a halt here, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to stop for some reason. I don't know why people think this is gonna go up so far. This is called bag holding when you buy it up here, buying the top. Buying the top, you're gonna have to do some magical footwork to get out of it. This is chasing. This seems like it's a chasing type day. Looks like a really good call there on EFOI for the power drop. Maybe now we can get a picture of it. So I'm actually gonna. None of this has worked, right? So take this massive flag thingy, get rid of it, so it doesn't clutter your vision, right? It doesn't, like, too many drawings and all this other, like, you can really, there's the, like, you ever see that picture of, like, all these multiple scribbles all over the screen, and it says, I found the bottom, and you can't read the chart at all. So the less stuff on your screen helps with my clarity of the view. If that makes sense, you got to clear your mind. Today's not been the greatest day either, and this video is getting long in the tooth as well. And it looks like ISIG just won't stop here. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes these are the ones that you can make the most on, and I feel like I don't. I feel like I don't capitalize on them because I feel like it's chasing. I said this in a previous video. If you're a fairly disciplined trader, these big moves, you're going to miss a lot of them because they don't look right, they don't act right, and these are gamblers in here just soaking money out of this. Yeah, like, it's like, okay, buy the dip right now. Like, how did you get that? How did you come across that? Oh, buy it at the halt when it opens. Like, how are you putting any risk to reward or any type of thought process onto that other than look at how fucking far up it is, let's get some, right? And that's called, what do we call that? Yeah, it's called FOMO. FOMO at its finest, right? FOMO. Let me get onto it. FOMO is it's a real thing. You got to be careful with it. So again, this is getting a bit long, and sometimes sitting on your hands is one of the best things you can do for yourself, especially when you're doing it in real time. You don't get to re-look at this stuff at the end of the day and go, oh yeah, this is where you should have bought it, and this is where you could have taken profit here, and you could have done this, you could have done that. No, man, it has to be done in real time, or it's all imaginary, and it's all imagination time. Because it's not what you trade, it's actually how you trade. It's the trading execution that makes the most important part. So if you like it and subscribe, I'll give you the high fives, and I give those away for free.